Welcome to Ozzy's Guide to Guild Wars 2. Today we're going to look at the long-awaited Eternal Battlegrounds map and my commentary on the different aspects of the map. Sorry that there's so much things going on this map right now, and I'll get into all that and slowly peel away layers so you'll have a better idea of what's going on. If you have no idea what this is or about WvWvW, I'll go over the basics of it in a little bit, but you could also look at my Borderlands map tutorials, and you could find the links down below. So anyways, this is Eternal Battlegrounds. It is one of 4 maps for WvWvW. This is the only unique map, and it is the central map for WvWvW. The Borderland maps are identical, more or less, while the Eternal Battlegrounds features a very different layout compared to the other maps. For the most basic thing, the Eternal Battlegrounds is kind of like the busiest map. A lot of players like to rush here, mostly because of Stonemist Castle, and it's worth like 50 points versus other points, but we'll get to that in a sec. Because it's so full, a lot of times there's going to be a queue for it, and if you didn't know, ArenaNet had stated that there are 500 players max per map. If you divide that by 3, it comes out to like 166. So 166 of your server mates can be on this map at any given time. And that fills up really fast for Eternal Battlegrounds. More so now that they've added these mini dungeons, or one mini dungeon into this map, where you gain entrance through one of these keeps. And I actually have another tutorial on this, and I'll link it down below. And once you get into that mystic portal thing, you end up like in this area right here, whereas the jump, it's like this jumping puzzle thing. It's kind of fun, but at the same time, it's not, it takes up population space for this map. So I'm not really liking that. I'd prefer if they moved it off to like a different map, like the Borderlands map, like you get in through the garrison or something, and then you end up on a whole different instance map thing where it doesn't take up population space. But that's just me. So, but anyways, moving on. So yes, the Eternal Battlegrounds is the most populated server, and it's going to have like a queue, especially during the peak hours, because people are all trying to get in. So apologies for that. But anyways, let's go on to the different aspects of this map, and a little bit about WvWvW. For the most basics on WvWvW, there is different objectives throughout the map, and here I'll show a few of the different objectives. There's like keeps. They're worth 25 points per scoring cycle. Each scoring cycle is probably, I don't know, like every few minutes, maybe every 10 minutes. I don't think it's every 10 minutes because I was doing my math and it wasn't working out. So it's probably less than every 10 minutes. But keeps are worth 25 points. Then you have towers. Towers are worth 10 points. And then you have supply camps, which are worth 5 points. And then, of course, you have Stonemist Castle, which is exclusive to the Eternal Battlegrounds, and that is worth 50 points. Keeps usually have double gates to get in. So you need to beat down 2 different gates if you want to get into the Keep Lord and fight the Keep Lord. The Keep Lord is like a champion, I believe, maybe a little higher than a champion. Towers they only have 1 gate and 1 wall. Once you beat down that 1 gate or wall, you could rush in and kill the Keep Lord. I think it's a veteran. I could be wrong. For like the Tower Lord, sorry, not the Keep Lord. And then you have supply camps. Supply camps have no walls, no guards, no walls, no gates, but they have about 4 or 5 guards. They might have a little bit more than that, and they have a veteran supervisor, which hits like hell. And they also provide supply points, where you could have little Doliacs caravans that carry supply to like your different towers. Sometimes they carry 70 supply. But if you upgrade it, they'll carry 140 supply, and they'll take it to like your tower, and then your keep, and or to Stonemist. So like tower, keep, Stonemist. Usually they send out 2 supply. So I think the top one goes this way, and the bottom one goes this way. So the top one goes this way, bottom one goes this way. And towers usually could hold, at the most basic tower, it's like 100 supply. But then as you upgrade it, it could hold more supply. Keeps start, I think, at about 500. They could hold up to 1,000 plus. Stonemist could hold like thousands, like maybe 2,000-3,000, I forget. And that supply, what you do is you use it to build siege weapons, to upgrade your objective. So like your tower, you could upgrade your tower and stuff like that. And you could use it to repair like the doors, the gates, or whatever. So a lot of times if you're attacking a keep and you're like, oh my gosh, this gate just doesn't fall apart. We're hitting it with 20 rams and 50 siege golems. I'm kidding. Like you're hitting with the ram and all these attackers are hitting it, but the numbers don't like really drop. It's because someone inside is most likely running to like the supply depot, grabbing supply, running back, and then fixing or repairing the door. And I'll probably show in a different video like what it means to grab supply, where do you find supply, blah 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 blah. I mean, this is really basic stuff, but I know for a lot of players who are new to this game, the really basic stuff really helps. So let me see, delete this layer, and then we'll go to the layout of this map. The layout of this map, okay, so basically each side on this map has, or each of the factions has like a third of the map that's kind of designated their area. It's not, you know, written in blood, but as the map is laid out in a certain way, that's kind of how it looks. So each server, if you're new to this game, each server faces 2 other servers within a 2-week period for World v World. During that time, you accumulate points, and the team with the most points is then, you know, graded or whatever and ranked, and then they fight other servers with similar points, and so that they accumulate over the 2 weeks. And each server is assigned a color like red, green, or blue. After beta weekend 2, they changed the color designation. So instead of being called red, you're called by your server name. So this for us was like the Jade Quarry Hill. This was Moladun Hill. This was the Yaks Ben Hill. And instead of seeing red invader, green invader, blue invader out in the battlegrounds, you know, here, you see them as Yak Ben invader or Moladun invader, or, you know, they probably saw us as like the Jade Quarry invaders. And so they're starting to use the server names to designate players, like enemy players on the map, which is kind of nice because it lets you focus more on, you know, who you're fighting instead of, oh, they're just a green color. Oh, it's a blue guy, it's a green guy. Now it's like a mole man or a yak dude. So we're like, oh, the yaks are attacking us. Oh, the damn moles. But it kind of got confusing because there's these mole dudes here. Anyway, so yeah, so each map is kind of divided into thirds with these NPCs in the middle, and I'll get into who the NPCs are and what they do. And of course, Stonemist is in the middle, and Stonemist is oh so important because it's the whopping 50 points, and it's kind of like the pride and joy. If you have this, you could like go face. I have Stonemist, you don't. Screw you, stuff like that. More than that, if you hold your side, like all your points, you should have like 75 points. And I probably shouldn't have drawn that. Oh, I just did. Okay. If you hold your side plus Stonemist, it's 125 points. If that makes any sense. And then if you hold everything on the map, oi, where did my 275 go? I don't know where it went, but I had a 275 somewhere. You hold if you hold everything, it's 275 points, and that is a really ugly drawing. And I will delete all the layers again. And so it's up to you, like, and your server, what the strategy is. Like, maybe you don't want to hold Stonemist and let the enemies fight over Stonemist. And if you let that happen, you know, it's like, okay, they fight Stonemist, but you could take, you know, 2 keeps and a couple of towers, or 5 towers and a supply camp. I don't know. It's whatever you guys think is best in terms of strategy of holding points. And then there's other maps that are worth different, you know, the other maps are worth other points, you know. And so if you completely dominate another map but let Stonemist fall, and you know, it's all kind of like this whole theory, math crafting, what you guys want to do best for your server in order to win the 2-week period. Or for beta weekends, it was like a 24-hour period. So that's kind of the basics in terms of World v World. I think I went over the supply camps, the Doliacs, So now let's get into a little bit more of the specifics for the map. And what I'll do is I'll first just take away all these point values because they're not super meaningful, at least to me right now. And we'll go over each of these thirds and